Hey everybody, Hawk here today to talk about the new snapshot and the target block. So we're going to go a little bit in depth about what this target block is. So if we take all these items out of the chest here, we can see what can be used on this block. This block, depending how close to the center you are, determines how much of a signal it will give out. If you're on the outer edge of the target, it'll give you less of a signal. And this is a very finicky for getting precise signals. So as you can see here, if you hit the edge, shooting a few times, you can get one signal. But if you shoot like a pixel over, it may get two. If you can nail it though. But it's hard to get precise outputs for this. And these are the different items: snowballs, eggs, a bow, a trident, and different types of splash potions as well can activate these. One thing is though that dispensers can activate them as well, but fire charges fired from dispensers will not. Now that we have seen how they work with the basics, we can look at how they are crafted. They're crafted using just hay bales and redstone, a very simple recipe of 4 redstone around the hay bales, and simple to craft. They function very similarly to a glass block, to where they transmit redstone signals, and that they won't transmit it through them, but they will transmit them up like a regular glass block. Solid blocks will not do this, but yeah. And this is what the map currently looks like for target blocks if you look at a large area on a map. So it can be used for these white rooms as long as you don't have an edge of a different block like I have on these maps. So let's move on to the next interesting aspect of these blocks, is that what can be used and detected through. So if we look here, we can see we have snowballs and a trident on us, and this is just a regular one, so this will work and light up those lamps down there. Carpet is actually not possible to go through, which really surprised me. I thought that would be one of the things that tridents go through to activate these blocks, but they can't. But one layer of snow can activate these blocks. If we look through this side, it is easier to see that it is easily activable. But snowballs cannot be activated if anything solid is in front. So if we test 2 layers of snow, it is also not activated. Same with trapdoors, as long as you hit the trapdoor. But redstone components are also not affected as well. Same with doors being trapdoors. Rails are similar to the 1 block of snow, where they will be activated by tridents, but not with snow blocks. And a redstone wire is an interesting aspect where it will be activated with trident. If you hit outside the hitbox, it will activate the lamp, because the hitbox is not the entire target block. Signs are similar to where you can throw trident in, and it does not work with snowballs. Same with banners though as well. You can throw tridents, and snowballs are also blocked unless you hit the top edge of the target. Gates are similar as well to that regard. And slabs and solar panels are all too thick. Same with beds. And pressure plates also work as snow blocks do, with snow not passing through. And it seems like water and lava also do not affect these blocks, where they will be activated either way. Even with varying depths, we can see that it'll still light up if we hit it, which it does. And the same with water blocks as well, that it'll still light up. One interesting aspect of this as well is that blocks that are stuck and then released will activate the target blocks as well. And that got me thinking, what about mobs? Mobs should be able to do this, right? And as we go in here, we drop down and run back up to try to get them to shoot the target. They shoot the target. And let's move to blazes now and let them hit the target once. Okay, we move on and take pillagers. See how many can shoot us. That is activated. And we move to the gas right here. Back up. Mr. Trident Boy, would you like to throw at us? For this guy, we have to hit him because he's not aggroed otherwise, which is odd. But if we go back into creative mode, we can see the tridents, arrows, crossbow bolts, and blazes all affected, even though fire charges do not, which is an interest. We can also see that ghasts do not affect it, they just destroy them. And it leads us to our next point, where these signals that just got patched cannot be updated by moving them. Like, moving the block will not retain the signal like it did in past snapshots. Another interesting idea is balancing arrows on here and then powering pistons down, which will activate redstone. Could be used in maybe some randomizers, but there might be some use for it. We go back and talk about uses. Right here we got a regular house, nothing too special, chest, bed, all that stuff. But you can use snow to hide exactly where your secret door is. It's impossible to tell without hitting it directly. And we can see that's not easy to find. You'd have to shoot the whole area of the ground to figure it out. And to close it, you can have the same system set up over there. And it's closed right back up. A flush door so they cannot see it. If we go over here, we can see that it can be also used in a trap aspect where skeletons shoot it and trigger a trap. As we type game mode 0 correctly. Skill typing at its finest. Though, we all learn. If we can get the skeleton to aggro us, they will shoot at us and not hit. So we will activate it ourselves. But as we've seen over there, it can be activated. You could have that all underneath snow and completely hidden. So we go back to creative and test one last aspect, which was very interesting to look at. And we look right here and we're like, hey, we got a bed, we can sleep. We can go back to survival mode, so I don't have to type it atrociously. And what? We're in there? We know that dropping from this height at a solid block will be fatal. So, what about hay bales? We know already that hay bales break all damage. If you land on them, only 3 hearts of damage. But target blocks do not. They act as solid blocks and not hay bales even more, even though they are made of hay bales. So that is the basics of the target block and some of the details. We went through what can be shot through, but basically snow is your best bet. So I guess we're going to end this off by us retreating back to our humble abode. The abode can only be found through this method. So we retreat back to our lovely house. That's it for this, and I'll see you guys later.